Hello everyone, my name is Megha Nanne and I am faculty of Dr. Ambedkar Institute of Management Studies and Research. Today we are going to see business to business e-commerce. Let's see the learning objectives first. After this topic, you will be able to understand the organizational transaction and to know about e-market. As well as this PPT will help you to understand the trade cycle also. So our first topic is inter-organizational transactions. It occurs between two organizations. It is B2B e-commerce. Companies doing business with one another to save money on purchases and negotiate it easily. Companies are now mutually buying and selling products and services on the internet. It may reduce transaction cost, increases availability of products and suppliers. Inter-organizational transactions pertain to events that take place within the organizations. This can include partnership agreements, technology and software licensing, trademarks. Partnership agreements take place between two or more parties decide to start a business. So this is about the inter-organizational transaction, its meaning and the other description. Now, after inter-organizational transaction, we will talk about credit transaction trade cycle. So let's see the meaning. The trade cycle for inter-organizational transaction is generally a credit trade cycle. The stages in this credit trade cycle are: first stage, that is pre-sales. So in this, before trading starts, the two organizations need to make contact, that is search, and agree on trading terms, that is negotiation. The customer organization may go out and contact a firm it knows. The supplying firm may want to run credit checks on the customer. Both the organizations will need to agree on the price of goods, conditions of delivery and terms of payment. Then second stage, that is execution. In this, it consists of requesting the goods, that is order, and then collecting or receiving them, that is delivery. For most suppliers, firms will have formal purchasing procedures. Order originate from a purchasing department. The delivery of the goods is also formalized. Goods come with a delivery note that is cross-checked manually or electronic with the original purchase order to complete this stage. Next stage, that is settlement. The supplier of the goods has to be paid with an inter-organizational transaction that usually takes place after the delivery. The supplier requests payment, that is invoice, and the customer settle the account by making the payment. Last stage, after sales. And any transaction, there can be problems, damage or faulty goods. Thus those issues are sorted out after the execution phase. For items such as machinery, there can be an ongoing process of warranty or maintenance in after sales. Now this diagram is of credit transaction trade cycle, in which we can see whatever the stages we have seen, that is mentioned in this on the right hand side, and the activities mentioned in the left hand side in the front of that stages. Now next diagram is of credit transaction trade cycle of document exchange. If you are transacting your business on the basis of credit, so it is credit transaction trade cycle. So during this credit transaction trade cycle, both the companies exchange some documents. So these documents are mentioned in the middle of the column, that is contract, order, delivery note, invoice, payment and maintenance. So all these are documents exchanged between two parties while they are having credit transaction. Now next concept is purchasing online. Online shopping is part of e-commerce, which stands for electronic commerce. Online shopping is the activity or action of buying products or services over the internet. It means going online, landing on a seller's website, selecting something and arranging for its delivery. The buyer either pays for the good or service online with a credit or debit card or upon delivery. Today, most stores provide online shopping facilities. In other words, they have a website that allows customers or consumers to purchase from them on the web. The retailer either delivers to the shopper's home, office, a neighbor or a nearby store location. Many people do their weekly supermarket grocery shopping online. So this is the example. Now, how does online shopping work? So there are some steps which we will see. You will need an internet connection, a debit or credit card and a secure password. You may also need to have an email address or mobile phone number. Most retailers will allow you to make up your password. You then scroll through the items the retailer is offering Sometimes they will have a category list such as furniture, sports equipment, gardening, etc. Most retailers also have a search facility. This means that you can write the name of the item you seek to determine whether they have it. Now, what do you mean by after sales service? After sales service refers to various processes which make sure customers are satisfied with the products and services of the organization. After sales service includes various activities to find out whether the customer is happy with the products or not. After sales service is a crucial aspect of e-commerce and must not be ignored. Why after sales service? So, why it is important? After sales service plays an important role in customer satisfaction and customer retention. It generates loyal customers. Customers start believing in the brand and get associated with the organization for a longer duration. They speak good about the organization and its products. After sales service plays an important role in strengthening the bond between the organization and customers. Now, what are the techniques of after sales service? So here it is. Any product found broken or in a damaged condition must be exchanged immediately by the sales professional. Create a section in your organization's website where the customers can register their complaints. Take feedback of the products and services from the customers. Feedback helps the organization to know the customers better and incorporate the necessary changes for better customer satisfaction. The exchange policies must be transparent and in favor of the customer. The customer who comes for an exchange should be given the same treatment as was given to him when he came for the first time. Speak to him properly and suggest him the best alternative. Now, we will see e-market, which is also known as electronic market. Electronic market is a place where online shoppers and buyers meet. E-market handles business transactions including bank-to-bank money transfers also. In e-market, the business center is not a physical building, but it is a network-based location where business activities occur. In e-market, the participants like buyers, sellers, and transaction handler are not only in different locations, but even they do not know each other. So, following are the things served by e-market. In short, we can see that these are the usage of e-market. Product online, Amazon, Flipkart, eBay, etc. Transportation is given by Ola, Uber. Hybrid model in e-commerce, that is OLX, and hyperlocal, that is Zomato and Swiggy. Now let's see the advantages of this concept. Advantages are as follows. It provides an additional channel to market and sell your products. It allows new opportunities for overseas sales. They are popular with the customer and offer a convenient way to compare prices and products from a single source. Being part of an established online marketplace provides a level of trust between you and the buyer. They provide greater transparency, availability, prices, and stock levels are accessible in an open environment. It is possible to operate around the clock. Time constraints and problems with varying international trading hours are removed. And there is only one disadvantage, that is prices are different. Thank you.